Hello, and welcome to another episode of Celebrate Meridian. I'm Mayor Tammy. May is a busy month in Meridian, so I want to take a moment to get you caught up on what's happening in our community. On May 7th, come join us at City Hall for a special student art reception in Initial Point Gallery at 5 o'clock. Throughout the month of May, artwork from local students will be displayed in the gallery. So please come and check out their wonderful pieces Monday through Friday during our regular business hours. As many of you know, Idaho is celebrating its sesquicentennial, or our 150th anniversary of being named a territory by President Abraham Lincoln. This month's Meridian Historical Preservation Commission and Historical Society is hosting several fun history presentations so people can get connected to Idaho's past. On May 15th, come and join us at 7 o'clock at Meridian City Hall as we learn about the Treasure Valley's electric railway. Then on the 29th, come listen to Idaho's former Attorney General, David Leroy, as he talks about President Abraham Lincoln's impact on Idaho. The presentation will be held at the Meridian City Hall and will start at 7 o'clock. Golfers, you won't want to miss the Meridian Parks and Recreation Community Golf Scramble on May 18th. All the proceeds from this event will benefit the Meridian Parks and Recreation Department's Parks Program Fund. That money is used for special park projects or to help provide scholarships for the city's recreation programs. The golf scramble will be held at Lakeview Golf Course. So for more details on the event, you can call the Meridian Parks and Recreation Department or check their website. I encourage everyone to get out and exercise your civic duty and share your voice on Tuesday, May 21st, as Meridian residents will be answering the question on whether or not the Meridian City Council should expand from 4 seats to 6. To find your polling place location, you can visit www.idahovotes.org or call Ada County Elections at 287-6860. And on Monday, on May 30th, please join us as we host another cash mob to support downtown Meridian businesses that are impacted by the construction on the Meridian Split Corridor project. This time we'll be cash mobbing Fred's Real Barbershop, Carol's Barbershop, and Cherry's Consignment. So whether you want to spruce up your look or the look of your home, May 30th will be the perfect time to do it. For more details on the event, please visit our website. Speaking of the Meridian Split Corridor, now I want to welcome Justin Bledsoe. He is a project construction supervisor with Ada County Highway District. Justin, thank you so much for joining us here today.
Thank you for having me.
Well, I know a lot of people are anxious to get an update on the Meridian Split Corridor. So maybe you can start off by telling us about the work that has been done on Meridian Road so far.
Sure. Well, for the last 5 months, a lot of work has happened. We've had a lot of crews out there busy to get the majority of the pipe work done. So even though we've had a lot of activity, you may not have seen all of it because a lot of it's underground. The major aspect of that is with this project, there is a major sewer line that's installed the length of the project. It's about 20 feet deep, and this needed to happen first. Along with that, we were installing sewer, water, irrigation, and our storm drain facilities. So the majority of the activity that's happened so far is the pipe work. If you've been out on Fairview, you've probably been caught in traffic, and we apologize, and we appreciate people's patience with us there. But we needed to restrict the lanes down so that we can build half of Fairview. Right now we got part of Fairview excavated and are in the process of putting in the curb and gutter. And then in the next few weeks, you'll start seeing concrete being placed out in Fairview and Meridian.
Very nice. So what still needs to be done before this project is complete?
A lot. We're really getting into the visible work, the road construction. we're excavating, we're placing gravel, we're doing the curb gutters and sidewalks. So in the next couple of months, you're going to see a lot of activity happening, a lot of improvements, and you're going to actually see what looks to be a road being built. After that, we still have the crossover to build between Main and Meridian. It's around 8 in Bower, so we'll be putting that road in. And then we'll be paving Meridian Road with asphalt and then paving Fairview with concrete.
So I'm sure everyone wants to know this. Is the project on schedule?
It is. It's about a year duration project. We're currently projected to be completed around the middle of October. It is an incentive-based contract. So that being said, for every day the contractor finishes early, he gets a bonus. So even though we're currently showing the project being done around the middle of October, we're hoping and we're working towards that this project could be done early.
So Meridian Road is closed to traffic. Will we start seeing sections of the project available to drive on, or do we need to wait until October before we can drive on it?
The way the contract was set up was it would be closed for the duration of the project, that we would open it up all at once when all the striping, intersections, and everything is complete. However, looking at it, we think that we'll be able to open a portion of it, the Meridian Road between Pine and Cherry. It may not be completely open, but we're hoping we can get business access back open and open up the side streets so that people can cross through, help with the congestion that you're finding on Pine and Cherry.
I'm sure the residents in that area will be very pleased to hear that. Now, the road closures have certainly made it difficult for our businesses to continue to serve their clients. And I know that Ada County Highway District has just been awesome. They have been very sensitive to the businesses and trying to provide them alternative accesses and those kind of things. How can people find out where those accesses are and
Sure.
where the information is?
Like I said, we have been working really hard with all the businesses, and that is in cooperation in conjunction with the city. That prior to this project, we went out and built alternate access for a lot of these businesses, and then we've been working with all the rest to make sure that they do have appropriate access. The best way to find that information is there's a website specifically for this project. It's meridiansplitcorridor.org, and each one of those businesses is listed out. You can click on any business and it'll give you the route to that business, the alternate route. You can go to ACHD's website and go into the Split Corridor project. You can find it there, or simply go out there. We have orange signs everywhere. If you've driven the road, you'll see all the businesses' names, and we've tried to make it pretty clear and identify what routes and how to get to their business.
I was talking to some businesses that appreciate the construction workers. They have been frequenting our downtown businesses, so that's fabulous too. Well, so when the project is finally complete, what do you think that the Meridian community will see as far as benefits?
It's a huge benefit. Meridian Road is a major north-south arterial roadway that connects to the interstate. There's not that many connections to the interstate. And this really is a two-phase project. The first phase was done with the Split Corridor Phase 1. That rebuilt the Meridian, Main Street, Waltman intersection, and improved that whole function of that intersection.
Oh, absolutely.
And then we got the one-ways in there on Main and Meridian between Waltman and Franklin. And now when we get done with this intersection, we're going to have Main and Meridian at Fairview. They're going to be wider, bigger, better functioning intersections. We're going to have a concrete roadway that should last the next 50, 100 years. And then you got Meridian Road widened. That will help all of the motoring public access to the interstate and gives you that really good north-south connection. With that, you have a side benefit of we're putting curb gutter and sidewalk in. We have a pedestrian connectivity that you never had before. With this project, we also have some adjacent roadways that have pedestrian connectivities. And then when you're all done, you're going to have a great corridor for traffic, a great corridor for pedestrians. At the same time, I think we're protecting the vision of Meridian by protecting Main Street and making it pedestrian friendly and keeping it in its same configuration that you see today.
Yes, I do believe that our community will see great benefit with this road project. And the pain we're experiencing right now will be forgotten with the long-term benefits that come with the improvements. I want to thank you, Justin, for being with us today and for the information you shared.
Thank you.
So if you have any questions about the Meridian Split Corridor project, please visit achdIdaho.org. While construction crews have been busy working on Meridian Road, the city's Arts Commission has been very busy on new downtown public art project that will be finishing touches on the Meridian Split Corridor. Today I'm excited to have Meg from the Meridian Arts Commission. Thank you so much for joining us.
Great, I'm happy to be here.
Well, I am so excited about some of the projects or this public art project that's coming up. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about it.
I would love to. This is really an exciting endeavor for the city to take on, and the Arts Commission particularly. This is one of the largest public art projects in the state of Idaho right now. This is massive because we're talking about 2 parcels on either side of the downtown core. So our vision is these 3-dimensional sculptures which will be lining the roadway. There's one on the south end of the downtown area and one on the north end. And it'll really become kind of the bookends. We see the bookends for downtown.
Well, very exciting. Will there be 2 sculptures then located on each one?
That is our vision. What we've done is when we went out to the arts community and kind of invited them to create ideas and suggestions, we identified these 2 parcels as project sites, and then it's going to be up to the artists to create the vision, the sculptures, and what's really exciting, this is what's coming up now. We've selected the 3 finalists. We've charged them with the task of creating 3-dimensional models, which once we have those in place, we're going to take them on a citywide tour and really invite the public comment. That part is so crucial to the success of public art because this is really Meridian's artwork. And it's very important that the community have a voice in which one that they want to see in the site.
And their voice will rule.
Yes,
correct?
Absolutely.
Well, that's very exciting. Now, it's anticipated that these public art pieces will be made out of recycled materials. Why is that important?
It was very important to us for a number of reasons, that we feel that artwork really has the power to engage the community, to teach, to spark conversation. And what we thought we could do is that these pieces really become a catalyst for a conversation about sustainability. And what we asked the artists to do is incorporate that message either through subject matter, design, and materials. Using reclaimed metals, for example, might be one way an artist might incorporate that theme into the sculpture.
Now, tell us a little bit about the process that you went through to get the 3 finalists. I understand there was a good interest in this project.
There wasn't a lot of excitement about this because this is a big project, both high profile and we have a good reputation in town because we've done so much public art in the past that people were very anxious to get involved. And so what we did, this is really close to a 2-year process from start to finish. So what we started with is creating a call. We send out to the artists, establishing the location, size, and everything, and invited the artists to submit their qualifications. So we looked at resumes from over a couple dozen artists throughout the states contiguous to Idaho. And what we ultimately did is through a community panel of experts, city government leaders, and lay people that selected the top 3 of that panel. And so what we did is we were lucky enough to find 3 artist teams, all with Idaho ties, we're proud to say, to create this next phase, which is the models. Then we go into the community voting period, so that'll happen from mid-May to mid-June. Well, the community will have time to vote, both on the city website and our Facebook page and those kind of things. And then once that artist is selected, then their hard work begins. They're working with engineers and contractors to actually construct the artwork itself, and then we look to install that towards the second half of next year.
Oh, very exciting. So can you tell us something about the 3 finalists?
You bet. Well, we've identified CJ Wrench, who is a professional sculptor. He was born and his family still lives in the Treasure Valley, but he has a studio in Hood River, Oregon now. He's done large-scale public artworks across the country. Joseph Castle and Marty Lyon is an artist team from the Sun Valley area. A lot of experience in public art, and I'm sure you're familiar with some of their pieces. And the third is Delia Delap, who is a sculptor that many people might recognize her work from around the Treasure Valley as well.
Well, great. And so now we'll be taking it to the public once, as you have already detailed. And it will be solely based on public opinion, or will there be another step to that as well?
Well, certainly what we do, we want to poll as many community members as we can, and that's why we're going to really utilize electronic media, make it very easy for people to vote. And so they can do that on the Meridian Arts Commission Facebook page as soon as we get those submissions in, and like I mentioned, the city website. We'll also be at City Hall, and you can sign in and submit a written vote there as well.
Will you have it in other locations in the community?
It will also be at the Meridian Library, too.
Okay.
And then stay tuned. So we're working on others, too.
Well, very good. Once the process is complete, when do you think that the announcement will be made then?
I would look for a decision to be made late June.
In late June. Well, and then you said that the construction time begins for the artist.
Yes.
And when is the anticipated revealing of the final product?
We have set a installation date for May of 2014, so in about a year from now. So this is because it's such a large project, this is a big task for the artists to do, and so they need a lot of time to work out their engineering, making sure everything's structural. They also work very closely with the construction teams who are building the roadways to make sure those demands are met, and the safety of the piece and the safety of traffic and stuff around the work is all taken care of. So it's a long process, but it's going to be so exciting for the city.
And I don't know if we all have an understanding of how intensive this project is in the scope and the scale,
Yes.
but it's very exciting. What benefit do you think this brings to Meridian and to our downtown community?
Well, public art is really essential to a vital, healthy community. If you think about all the great places you like to travel, Seattle, San Francisco, they all have very, very strong public art projects within the city. And artwork has the power to create a real identity to a community. It can be the unique identifier to the downtown core, for example. And what we want it to do is attract people to the downtown core and create some excitement for the arts and start a conversation about sustainability and recycled materials and whatnot. And so we're just really hoping that this is just one more step in a long public art program here in Meridian.
Well, thank you, Meg, for joining us today. We appreciate your passion and coming and sharing with us a little bit about this. And we do hope that our public gets out and participates in the voting process and helps us choose that public art piece. Now I'd like to welcome my final guest, Kyle Raddick from the Public Works Department. Whether or not you realize it, the Public Works Department has a huge impact on our community and most likely your everyday life. Kyle, it's so great to have you. Maybe you can start off by telling us a little bit about the Public Works Department.
Sure, thanks, Mayor Tammy. City Meridian Public Works Department includes several different divisions that provide a lot of services for the city. There's water, wastewater, engineering, construction, business operations, administration, and environmental. And they have a lot of things that they do, a long list of tasks they're responsible for, but I think to boil it down for what's important to the people of Meridian, we make sure that number one, clean, safe water is delivered every day, all day to residents for domestic purposes. We make sure that wastewater is handled in an environmentally responsible and financially responsible manner. And street lighting in the city is adequate for safe neighborhoods and safe driving. We make sure that emergency responders have the information they need to respond efficiently and effectively to emergencies, and when they get to a place, there's enough water for enough time that they can fight a fire. And lastly, we provide services to ensure that property is protected from flooding.
Well, you have a lot of responsibilities on your shoulders. It probably takes a number of employees to make these kind of operations work smoothly. How many employees do you have working?
The Public Works Department has 83 full-time staff positions. However, it's important to note that we depend on the private sector for a lot of assistance with our design and planning.
Okay. Now, at the beginning of June, your department is celebrating Public Works Week. Can you tell us about what to expect during this week long of events?
Yeah, sure. Public Works Week is a national event started in 1960. It's sponsored by the American Public Works Association. And the purpose of it is to energize and educate the public about public works and how it affects their daily lives and how it's important. Meridian is observing Public Works Week this year, 1 week after the national event because of school calendars and holidays. However, we have several great educational events going on. We start out the week with a proclamation at the normal city council meeting. I enjoy that because that's the time when I get to get in front of city council and talk about how great our jobs are that we have and how they're so fulfilling because we do such good things for the community, and express my gratitude for our elected officials and the support they provide. Wednesday is our big event of the week, the Public Works Expo. That's Wednesday, June 5th. Residents can come to City Hall from 4 to 7 p.m. and learn just about anything they want to know about public works in the city of Meridian. We also have our Public Works partners from the Transportation Department and the Ada County Highway District and Republic Services that will be there. So
Very
it's
good.
it's all free. There's free hot dogs, popcorn, soft drinks, interactive displays. We have big machines. It's great for kids. Kids can go see displays with heavy equipment actually operating. There's some freebie take-homes for them, and it's a good time for everybody. Thursday, the day after that, is our Public Works infrastructure tour, the Go With The Flow infrastructure facilities tour. And it's an opportunity for people to see our operation from the beginning to the end. We start at a well, and where we get the water out of the ground, and we go through a lot of different facilities, and we end up at the wastewater treatment plant where we give the water back to Mother Nature after we treat it. That's also a free event, but space is limited on the bus.
And you know, Kyle, on that one, I can't tell you how many positive comments we've had from people that have gone on that tour and seen our facilities, have heard from our staff, and seen the personal pride that is taken by the public servants that serve them. It's just a phenomenal experience. So I commend you for that part of Public Works Week. It's one of my favorite.
That's great to hear, and we do actually enjoy. We take a lot of pride in our facilities and our operation of them. And we do enjoy showing people the good things we do. So thank you. Friday is our second annual Public Works Week Golf Scramble that will be at 2 p.m. at Lakeview Golf Course, and it's available to the public. One thing I want to note about that is all the proceeds from that, as well as the proceeds from the entire week, go to benefit the Meridian Food Bank.
Oh, excellent.
And our last event on Saturday, June 8th, is the Poop Scoot Fun Run / Walk and Wastewater Treatment Plant Tour. This event is pretty unique. The runners start where tennis balls dropped into the sewer, and they race the tennis ball to get to the wastewater treatment plant. And after we all get there, there's free refreshments. And then after a short award ceremony, everybody can take an opportunity to get a tour of the wastewater treatment plant. People can also stop by there at about 10:30. If they don't want to run or walk, they can just get a tour of the wastewater treatment plant, which I would really recommend. I know that you've been on tours of the wastewater treatment plant, and it is truly amazing what the operators out there do from the time that water gets there to the time it leaves and goes back into 5 Mile Creek. It's really impressive, and again, they take a lot of pride in what they do.
They certainly do. It is very impressive. I'm curious on the tennis ball. Is that the prize?
There's a trophy awarded to the first place, and it's kind of a campy event. We give second and third place get some Baby Ruths, and actually there is a in-house employee trophy where the tennis ball is put on top of a stick man, and the tennis ball does become part of the trophy. So
They do wash it.
They do wash it off. Yeah.
That's good. What do you personally hope people will learn from this week?
I hope people that will learn that public works programs and services have a pretty big effect on their everyday lives and their quality of life, and that it takes a lot of people and a lot of hard work and a lot of funding to make it happen.
And what is your personal favorite of that week of activities?
Well, I think the Poop Scoot Fun Run is a unique event that's fun and educational, and it also promotes healthy living, but it's hard to beat that Public Works Expo. It really is a great place to go and learn about public works and what it takes to do it. I've been with the Public Works team for about 7 years, and I learn something new every time I go to that event, every time I'm part of that. You will not find a better opportunity anywhere, let alone the Treasure Valley, to go and learn about what Public Works is and what it does for you every day and what it takes to make it work.
And certainly there's a lot that people don't know that is happening, so it's a great opportunity to go and find out what is.
Absolutely.
So where can people find information about the event, and to sign up for any of the events, who should they be contacting?
Well, they can call the Public Works Department at 898-5500, or they can go to the City of Meridian website and go under the Public Works Department, and they will find some links right there for Public Works Week activities, as well as a sign-up sheet for the Poop Scoot Fun Run, and we ought to be able to get them any information they need.
Kyle, it has been fun having you on the show today. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate all that the Public Works Department does for Meridian. If you want to learn more about the department, please make sure you don't miss Public Works Week. Well, that brings us to the end of another show. Thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time, where together we can celebrate Meridian.